Well, good morning. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by this morning. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader. Here to help you understand the market from an Elliott Wave perspective. I am an Elliott Wave trader, so I hope you learn a lot today. Let's jump into the market. I'm just going to take a peek at BTC, LTC, and Ethereum very quickly. Just kind of show you what we're doing. We are trading in a range this morning, and just want to see what's going on. See if we can figure out if there's any kind of bias for which direction we're going. Market makers are in full swing. You can see that yesterday, this is BTC on the 15-minute chart. You can see that basically yesterday they just shot it straight up, and that's enticed. I mean that is basically you can see where they did it here, and they do it and they bring it back down. So basically, when that happens, that's all. This is designed by the algorithms and the bots that trade that move this market to mess your emotions up. This you can see that this down push there was just followed by this up push, and then it just came right back down. So now we're heading to the upside. Well, which way is it going? Well, when you get this oscillating motion like that, you don't know, or at least most traders don't figure it out to have any kind of bias or anything. They don't know how to measure waves or use Fibonacci's or anything to kind of guess direction. So that's what I'm here to kind of help you with. Okay, I want to help you have stable psychology and whatnot. If you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Share the video if you would. I think I need like 7 more subscribers to hit 1,000, something like that. So yeah, we're really close. So yeah, if you'd help me out by subscribing, that'd be fantastic. You get daily Elliott wave trajectories on your waves and daily analysis that might help you make decisions on your trades. Be glad to share the knowledge that I've gained over the last several years with you. All right. Okay. Let's just jump out to the 8 hour and just kind of take a peek here. We're dealing either with a triangle here. We need a third wave to the upside. Okay, so let me get this price target off of there. So yeah, we this when you have triangles, every wave is 3 waves. So every letter that you have here is a 3 wave move. So if it's a triangle, we would expect a 3 wave move like that. If it is a WXY, um, this is the WXY chart, then we are expecting. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of clearing it so you can see it a little bit better. There you go. We're expecting one more move to the downside. So you can kind of see how we're in flux right now, right smack in the middle of this count. And it could really go up or it could go down. And people laugh when you say, oh, it could go up or could go down. That's great TA. Well, I mean, that's just the reality of it. And so what I'm here to do is try to help you get ready for it, okay? So I don't want you to be surprised by a down move, even though everything's looking up right now. Most sentiment right now, I measure sentiment a lot of times by the technical analysts, because the technical analysts that are presenting the videos, they're the ones really getting you to feel a certain way based because you're believing their analysis, and especially if you don't know how to read a chart, then you're trusting someone else's analysis and that make you feel a certain way, and sentiment is created. And what I find interesting about most channels, you won't find it here, is that there's fluctuation in that sentiment on a day-to-day basis. I'll see one video where there's this, certain YouTubers are out there, and if I mention their names, you'd know them. They're like bearish one day, and it's going down to, could we be going down to this? And then we get a little bit of an up move. We got a bull. Could we be going to 20,000? Bitcoin's road to 20,000, and that's all they ever do. Is their titles are just they fluctuate with the stinking market. And they're playing on your emotions as well. Well, this is a no crap zone, okay? This is a no FUD zone, and this is a no moon boy zone, and this is just real. So I hope that's what you appreciate about this channel. If you appreciate that, would you let me know so in the comments today? Maybe today's comment, just talk about how you appreciate real TA, and just let me know, and let me know if you find this channel to be real and not moon boyish, and just actually unbiased as far as I can be. And when I am biased, I try to let you know. So maybe we can talk about that today in the comments. What do you find frustrating about the guys on YouTube that are just bringing bringing you just daily fluctuating videos based upon whatever the market just did the other day, just in one move. The market moves back and forth in corrections, it goes up and down. Well, my bias is still this WXY. I personally, I'll just tell you what I'm looking for. I'm ready for a break to the downside. It can at any time, but don't know. It's looking like it's looking more and more like this is not going to happen to me. Let me give you the reasoning why. Just number one, just look at it. If you remember yesterday's video, I mentioned Ed Bassmaster's video. I would really like to make that a new thing on the Gym of All Trades channel. Just look at it, because that's one of my favorite videos. If I have time, I'll throw a link in the comments or the description, and you guys can watch that video, and we can have a lot of fun with that. We have a lot of things now. We got my yawns, and we've got the yellow line of death, and we've got random comments, and now we can add just look at it to it. That'll just make this channel a lot more fun. So anyway, this looks just looking at the shape, it just really needs to pop down, but it could definitely pop up for sure. I want you to be aware of that. There's a three-wave move that I can see there. So now here's the deal. We got a five-wave move here, three-wave move here. We should expect a five-wave move to the upside. The market makers have a really good way of making it look one direction right before they take it the opposite direction, and they have to do it that way. They have to do it that way because the market makers, which are big trading firms and things like that, and a market maker is actually a guy at a computer. He's actually making the market. The bots and algorithms are actually trading this market. They're creating, or they're providing. They're called liquidity providers. They're providing liquidity for this market. If there were no big firms running this market, basically we would not have any liquidity in Bitcoin. It wouldn't be the volatile asset that you hope for and like. But that being said, that liquidity that they're not just going to provide, they provide that liquidity like by always being willing to buy your sells. I mean, and so if you want to sell, they'll buy it. If you want to buy, they'll sell it. So they constantly are taking selling orders and buying orders, and they hedge themselves in other markets and in other areas so that they're not losing money. But that's what a liquidity provider does. They are always willing to buy or sell no matter what, and that provides a liquid market. If there was nobody like that, we might, we would, there would be bids and asks, for Bitcoin, and maybe nobody's ready to sell, nobody's budging, the market's not moving. But if you want to market buy or market sell, you can buy and sell immediately, and they provide that liquidity. But they're not going to do it and lose money. No, they're going to make money. They are all about making money. So in order to provide that liquidity, they want to make money. Now, if they're going to make money, they have to make money off the people buying and selling. Well, who are the people buying and selling? They're the retail traders. That's you and me. So in order for them to make money, they have to they have to win the trade, and by winning the trade, they'll sell and price will go down, and they'll buy and price goes up. But in order for them to make money, what you have to understand is that they have to convince you the price is going the opposite direction. That's really key. So you have to be convinced by the chart that price is going the opposite direction, that they're going to take the chart, so that you will take the position that is opposite of theirs, and that's the only way they can make money. What you have to learn, and I have to learn to do, is to trade with them and take the same position that they're taking. And so you need to kind of be a contrarian a little bit. And so if everybody's bullish right now and everybody thinks we got an up move, there might be an up move, but it may not be as big as you think, and it might be a fake out to the upside. It might be something like this and then down. This could be a three-wave move coming up like that, and then we're going to have a move down to the downside. But everybody's thinking, oh, we had a five-wave impulse. What happens after a five-wave impulse? Well, you got a correction and then to the moon, right? That's what people are thinking, and that's probably what traders are doing right now. Well, here's what I think is going to happen. I think what's going to happen is that we're going to get this third wave to the upside. It'll be corrective. It will not be impulsive. It'll be something like that. But it'll stop short of this high right here. It'll stop short of 10,900. Probably go around to 10,700. That's what I'm guessing. And once that hits 10,700 and that, I'm yawning this morning. Excuse me. Once we hit that range, then it's going to come down. Now it's not going to come straight down. What it's going to do is going to come down in three waves, and then what we're going to have is we're gonna have this triangle shape, okay? And everybody's gonna think, oh, it's gonna bounce off this trend line right here, and then it's gonna go to the moon because it'll look like the formation of the triangle is complete. And so that's a play that I can see in the cards. But the problem is that this triangle would not be complete because it's not a technical triangle. Okay, if that happens, because this wave needs to be three waves. Okay, and generally I'd like to see that come up to the one-to-one extension. I'd like to see that third wave come up to at least the one-to-one extension. So I'd like to see it come up to here in five waves. That would be ideal for me if it's a triangle. So if the triangle scenario is going to play out, I need to see something like this. Okay, and I want to see, maybe it's a diagonal. I've been talking to another YouTuber out there, Crypto Hippo, and he believes we need to have a diagonal there. Um, so yeah, and by the way, I'm gonna be doing a collab video with Crypto Hippo here tonight. We tried to make it last night, but somehow we had an awesome conversation. We killed it. Best video ever made, guys. I'm telling you, just have to trust me because it wasn't recorded. So tonight it'll be recorded, and we'll hopefully get it out to you tomorrow. So that'll be a nice collaboration. We're two Elliott Wave guys just nerding out over the charts, looking at what might be happening. So hopefully we got some good action to talk about tonight. So anyway, but I want you to understand that they have to make the chart look one way, so you'll take the position. So once price starts coming up, okay, once price starts coming up, boom. Let me just show you a trade that I have working here. For instance, this is a trade that I have working. It's a really, really small position here in on the foreign exchange. I just have an initial entry right now, getting ready to ladder in. You can see my position there. I generally don't show these a whole lot, but I got in right down here. But here's what happened. As price was going up, I was in positive, right? And then what happened? They just took it straight down, like really, really fast. And most retail traders, I mean, once we broke this low right here, most retail traders are thinking, oh no, price is going to go down, and so they would have sold at a loss here. I bought up here, sold down here. That's for a loss. You would say, I got to stop that loss and put my stop loss right below this low. What that was a stop hunt to the low before they actually take it the right direction. Now I'm still waiting for a big move to the upside, but what they're doing right now is that we got this big move, and then they're just kind of oscillating in this, and then they had a couple of candles that were making it look like, hey, maybe it's coming down now, maybe you ought to get out of your position. They try to shake you out of your position before they take it in the direction that they want to take it. So they have to make you believe that it's going in another direction. Now I just want to show you, this is the foreign exchange, okay? This is a different market than you're used to, but let me just show you what the market makers do. There's a lot of manipulation. You think there's manipulation in crypto? There's a lot of manipulation in on the foreign exchange, and you just have to learn to trade with it. Okay, so here you have this. This thing is going up. A news event happened right here. It shot up like this, and then shot down. What do you think everybody, when it shot up? What do you think everybody was doing? Buy, buy, buy. The retail traders are buying because it's going up. Nope. It's not going up because they took it up, and just as fast as they took, I mean, it went up, it shot up immediately. Just as fast as it went up, they started bringing it back down. And over the next, that's a 15-minute candle right there. This one candle right there is 15 minutes, and they took it down. So what do you think they did? Oh, they reversed their position. We're going to sell. We're going to sell. And then what did they do? They took it the direction they wanted to go, right? So yeah, That's how they're taking your money. Okay, and so and then as they take it the direction they want to go, well, nah, not really. We're going to come way down the next day, and that's what happened over the next couple of days. And so, which way is price going to go? Well, my bias right now is price is going to go up, and I'm expecting it to go up pretty high. So I'm going to hold this position. I have my stop at break even right now. You can see that. Once I get a pullback, we'll probably enter in with the next, with the next position. So we'll ladder in there, and we're probably going to head up. So that's my position on EU. If any of you guys are trading it now, I also have a stop at break even. So if this thing breaks this low and continues down, and my trade idea is wrong, then I'm not going to lose any capital. So that's a free trade as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I'm just trying to talk to you guys about market maker mentality and how they move this market. So just be careful here, guys. Trading in this zone is very, very dangerous. We don't have any confirmation to the upside or the downside. Okay. I'm kind of expecting maybe a move up, but we might not get that move up. Maybe everybody's expecting that right now. We just get a move down. Realize that those are potentials. I mean, I've done a lot of talking here, and I'm running out of time to do this video. Let's see here. Let me see if I can just give you any kind of micro counts. Just kind of look at this wave structure here. I wanted to talk about failed waves today, but I'm going to have to talk about that another day. But if you go back on the Bitcoin chart back in the correction of last year, we had a lot of what looked like impulse waves when you measured them. What happened is it would look like an impulse wave. This came up to an impulsive Fibonacci level, right? But it's only 3 waves, and it didn't finish the 5th wave. It didn't come down and then continue on up. That's what we call a failed wave. It measures impulsively. Okay, I guess I'm talking about failed waves now. It measures impulsively, but it doesn't finish that 5-wave impulse and then give you the correction. And so that's exactly what we've had here. The bulls are trying to push it up. When we say the bulls, we're really just talking about the market makers, okay? And they're trying to take positions here. Get people to go long here so they can sell into your longs, and that's exactly what happened. And they took all that back. So if you got into a position somewhere in the middle of this when it was going up, you say, "Oh, it's going up. I'm going to get into a position." That's the worst place in the world to get into a position, unless it's just a short trade. If you're getting in here to get out here, fine. But if you're getting in here to hold it for any length of time, then that's a horrible time to get in, because they take it all the way back. So this to me is looking very corrective in nature. It's still corrective, still trading in this range. So watch out, okay? All right, looking at Litecoin, that's the big mover. I still think we're in this corrective range here. I'm expecting a push up, and I've been calling it for weeks now, to 75.50. We're finally getting that. So it looks like we're going to get a push up to 75.50. Could wick a little higher than that up to this trend line, expecting a rejection off of that trend line. BTC isn't moving right now. There's a potential that we might not continue to the upside, but we could go down as well. So we'll have to wait and see there. I don't know, guys. I don't know how the waves are going to be formed, but I'm just telling you what the chart looks like to me, more in the macro today than the micro. Okay. Now Ethereum is the best runner today, so let's take a peek at Ethereum. It's looking like a diagonal, but it's also very corrective at the same time. So this is potentially a diagonal. We've got, let me just show you what a diagonal looks like. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to have a correction down here, and then we'll be off to the races. And so that's a potential that we're looking at. This wave looks sorry about that. This wave right here is looking complete. When we throw the fibs on this move, you can see that this has come to an impulsive level, the 2618. That's a fantastic place for a 5-wave to end. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 waves are complete. I see 5 waves in the 5th wave. So this is complete. We ought to be looking for a downside move anytime now. That's my take on it. Obviously I could be wrong, but that's the best I can tell from an Elliott wave perspective, very quickly looking at the market. So I'm expecting, here's what I would be looking at for Ethereum. I'm looking for a 3-wave move, That's not a very good three-wave move, is it? I'm looking for a three-wave move to the downside like that, or I'm looking for a five-wave impulse to come on down. So let's watch this trend line. Let's see if we get a break of it. If we get the break of it and a retest, it's going to come on down. It'll look something like that. If it bounces off of it, we expect a three-wave move to the upside, some kind of three-wave thing like that to finish, and then we're going to get a bigger three-wave move. This is your entry point. So if we get this, guys, that's a diagonal. This is okay, and that's a really good sign. This is a reversal wave. Okay, if you get this, so number one, I'd be shorting up here. If you get that wave, you can short that wave, and then you can go long down here. Okay, so that's your play. We've got plenty of time to talk about that move. I don't have time to talk about it today. All right, I hope that video has been helpful to you, and just understanding market makers and the psychology of the market. Just be careful and don't be too quick to jump in trades right now. Don't be too quick and don't believe every candle that you get. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a push here. Oh no, it's going down. Yeah, I mean, based upon the way candles have been moving, I'm expecting it just to pop right back up. So that's what they're doing right now. So we'll wait and see what's going on, and let's see what the market does. You guys have a fantastic Tuesday. Talk to you later.